the labor. Appreciate you guys being here. Certainly the locker room, those guys are pretty fired up. You know, this game means a lot to us. It means a lot to our alumni, the fan base, and certainly we always felt they were a very talented team. They've got a lot of really good players, and they were always a play or two away from being really, really good. And anyway, so our guys kept their composure when we started getting in a rut for a little bit there with the offense. The defense played off the charts football again, and I'm sure there's lots of questions. I have all kinds of crazy statistics up here to go over, so I'll just wait for the questions.
Mario, first of all, the defense. Florida hasn't been held to a yardage number that low in 25.5 years or something crazy. And even on a night where the offense, you had to earn everything, you still win by 3 touchdowns. I just feel like every week you get asked some version of how do you like where you are, but how do you like where you are right now after this?
Well, I mean, we don't get to play these guys again. This game should be on the schedule every year. It should be. It's a shame that it's not. So we want to make sure that we took advantage of the opportunity. The part that really sticks out for me on the defense, which I didn't even realize till after, was 0 for 13 on third down. I've never been part of an organization that's held a team to that particular statistic. In the first half, I believe they had 21 plays and 40 plus yards of offense. And we had started offensively really good, but we got in that rut, 5, 6, 7 possessions, only 3 points. So I like our progress. That's the best way to state it. I love the fact that we're doing a much better job of blocking out all that noise and that rat poison that people always talk about, and that we're focused on doing our job and doing right and playing for each other and for the University of Miami. So we've come miles, but we have miles and miles to go.
Coach, we'll go to Jordan McPherson.
Coach, the run game, Marty and Fletcher both, I think it was almost 200 yards between the two of them. With Carson not playing as he probably wants to play for them, and to be able to have them to rely on, and for you guys to be able to see how much they can produce when needed.
Yeah, the shame of it is that Marty actually had a touchdown. You know, that was a mistake, which again, it happens. You know, no one's we're mad, but you know what I mean. It's just it happens. Those two guys have been extremely physical. They've been extremely diligent about their craft. They do a great job getting their pads down and getting the muddy yards. I mean, you know, Florida plays a lot of guys in the box, right? They come with different pressures. They send from 4 down to odd. So they give you a bunch of different looks, and typically there's an extra hat that ends up in the box. So they did a good job getting those muddy yards after contact, and when we had even numbers, I thought they did a good job of, you know, getting some, you know, 10, 12, 14-yard gains that helped us create, you know, that second half separation towards the end.
I know it's only one game, but can you pinpoint anything about Carson and Ibel?
I think they're really good at coverage. I think they spread the net really well. I think their combo coverages, their match coverages, they did a good job, and they've done a good job. You know, they've held, I think they allowed 1 touchdown or 2 in about 3 games or so. So you got to give them credit too. Okay, I'm sure there's, you know, we watch film, we saw the iPad. There's some bills we want to have back, but like anything else, and like anything else Carson has done here, when it doesn't go quite the way he wants it to, he continues to just forge forward. And I got to mention the crowd. That was awesome. We asked for an asylum. They gave us that. And they affect the game. They impact the game. They impact our energy. They impact our players. Certainly impact all of the 100+ recruits that are here today. So a huge shout out to them.
You talk about you talk a lot, Coach. You talk a lot about.
Excuse me. We're going. People are making eye contact. We're going to go to Adam Lichten, see for the
Sure, no problem.
Yep.
Mario, you mentioned the team kind of getting in that rut, you know, second, third quarter and such. Just how much of that, you said they kept their composure, how much of that's player-led, how much of that is coach-led? Just how do you balance that?
Well, that's programmed, you know what I mean? I mean, we had a lot of pre-snap penalties. That's the ultimate killer, right? You get off the schedule, all of a sudden you got a good 4-yard run and it's 2nd and 11 instead of 2nd and 6. So when you get off, I think we had 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. That's very uncharacteristic of us. And we've done that now for a couple of weeks, and we will fix that. Those guys have a lot of pride. So, I mean, I don't honestly, it's everybody that certainly, I don't think anyone in there cares about receiving the credit for it. I think those guys just are so cohesive and do everything so together that they just always find it.
And you mentioned those pre-snap penalties, like the weird snap infractions. Did you see what was happening there?
Yeah, they're moving, you know, they're stemming, and their move call is pretty pronounced.